Welcome once again to the quick start C programming guide video series. In this video series we are developing a game of Tic Tac Toe. In the process we are learning about the essential of C programming. Today we are going to look at the logic of how to decide if a player has won, and in the process we are also going to learn about logical operators. Now there are many ways to check, and you can go by the simplest and optimize later. What I would suggest is that you can pause this video and think about the logic yourself before you proceed and see how I have defined my logic. There can be various ways of doing it, of course. Now this is our matrix and it is represented by the board like this. Now suppose that on the top row we have x here, and x here, or we can also have an O here. So in C, in terms of C programming, this can be represented like this. If this is equal to this and this is equal to this, so then all the three are going to be equal. If this part is equal to this and this part is equal to this, so the AND is called a logical operator. The AND is double ampersand signs over here. We also have a OR operator, and we will be using that in the next slide, and that is represented by two parallel bars. Couple of things to note over here. You need to put these extra braces to have current precedence. What do we mean by precedence? Let me tell you very briefly. If you don't put these extra braces, it is possible that the compiler will first try to evaluate this red portion first, and then later try to evaluate the other parts of this expression. And depending on which part of the expression the compiler tries to evaluate, the result might be different. So it is very important to force the compiler to evaluate parts of the expression that you want to be evaluated first. So this is a logical group, and you have to sort of make a group of this by putting these extra braces. This is very important. Now similarly, what we can do is, if we have to calculate for the next row, then this is going to be the logic. In the previous logic this part was 0, but now it is 1 everywhere. Similarly, for the last row, this is going to be the logic. Now, if we have to check for the rows, then we can, in this particular function, we can have a function, and I'm calling that function player has 1, and in that part we are just checking the horizontal part. So if this is true, or we have this operator over here, logical operator, or if this is true, or this is true, or this is true, any one of these is true, then it means that a win has resulted. Else, at least the horizontal part, the win has not been there. Maybe on the vertical part it can be there, but I have just shown the horizontal part over here, and we will be developing the vertical part of the logic as well. Now note the braces. A lot of braces are here. We are trying to have some logical grouping, and in the innermost this is a group, and then this line is a group, and then finally, of course, everything is within this else if brace. As a small exercise, develop the logic for horizontal and diagonal on a similar basis. Very easy. I mean, if you want to develop for the horizontal, you just need to look at the other dimension, and you can test your logic skill. You have defined char board, then semicolon. You can actually populate certain values over there like this, and after you have populated the values, you can just call your function has 1 and see if your function is actually giving results. In this, the cross, or horizontal is not winning, nor the vertical is winning, but the diagonal is winning. So your logic should be able to detect that.